welcome everybody to New Heart, New World. I'm Rasika Manjari, and today's talk is on being perfect. Now, when we think of perfection in a person, we may think of a famous sports star or a brilliant musician, or some celebrity may come to mind, or even someone who may not be in the spotlight but who we respect and admire because of their qualities. Now, these people inevitably would have achieved a level of mastery and skill in their field of expertise or at some level of their personality. And this is what would have attracted them to us in the first place. And in fact, we might even aspire to be like them. Now, all of this is fabulous. And, these celebrities often make a mark in our consciousness in terms of their achievements and their feats. However, inevitably and almost without exception, behind the superstar quality of their presentation to the world, there is often some kind of controversy or disturbance or trouble that they experience in their personal lives. So even those in our society who we esteem the most fail to meet up to our expectations of perfection, which is really what we like to see in those we admire, such as the people I mentioned. So this level of perfection really is very elusive to all of us, and that includes celebrities or people in the spotlight. And, in a way, we are all like celebrities in some way, because of course it's on a much lesser scale than perhaps those who are in the public eye. However, we all have our highs and lows, and we're celebrities unto ourselves, even though our only fan might be our mother. Now, ultimately, this desire to see perfection in another human being or in an experience is not a misplaced idea, because we ultimately seek perfection in people such as celebrities. However, the journey to perfection is not limited to the rich and famous. It's not the sole property of those who have versus those who have not. The journey to perfection, or the path to perfection, is the property of everyone on this planet. We are all on that same journey. It doesn't matter where we are on that journey, we're all on that path, the path to perfection. So this path to perfection is the realm of everybody, because it doesn't require any material qualifications. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to include the qualities of beauty or wealth or power or fame or popularity or intelligence or any of these qualities. No, it's the property of everyone, wherever we're at in our material and spiritual development. So in this way, on this journey to perfection, we can aspire to be none other than ourselves. And we don't have to look to those who we put on pedestals for inspiration, because we can be our own inspiration. Now, let me explain what I mean. So perfection is the innate potential of all human beings. It's the natural condition of the soul, and we as individual souls are having a human experience. So ultimately, our nature is spiritual. So as I mentioned before, the definition of that perfection of the soul is not limited by material qualities such as wealth, fame, etc. And this notion of perfection of us as spirit souls goes beyond all of that, because ultimately the definition of our perfection is in the realms of love. The natural occupation of the soul is love, hence our perfection is defined by love. So when we connect to the source of love, the source of all the love that we have within us and that we find in each other, then that is the key to our perfection. And that source that I speak of, the source of all love, is none other than the Supreme Personality of all, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, as he's called in the Bhakti Yoga tradition and philosophy. He's also known as God, and he has infinite other names. So in this way, it's like having some kind of wealthy, powerful relative that confers all of their benefit onto us as their dear family member. And in this way, we inherit everything in the end. So in this sense, the company you keep really does matter. Now, those people that we mentioned before, those elevated personalities, those celebrities, those sports people, they have, those poster people that we tend to put up on pedestals have usually achieved some great material result. Now, the good news is that to be perfect in our true essence and to discover that in ourselves, we don't have to have achieved some great material feat or achievement. We can just be ourselves, because this is by nature who we really are. In our essence as spirit souls, we are already perfect. However, that perfection has been covered over by lifetimes of conditioning that hide who we truly are from ourselves and from each other. So this concept of us as potential achievers of perfection is something that seems to have been stolen from under our noses by the notion that perfection lies outside of ourselves, in other people, in different things. So we forget, or we don't even realize our true own perfect selves, and that this perfection doesn't change with the seasons or with the stock market. No, this perfection is innate to who we truly are, and it just has to be uncovered. And the way it is uncovered is through that divine connection, the connection of love between us as the individual soul and the Supreme Soul, Krishna. So we have to remember that we all have a soul. In fact, we all are one. We are spirit souls, and it is our occupation as human beings to connect ourselves, to reconnect our soul with the love that it has forgotten about, that it didn't really know existed while in this material condition. So when we connect with our soul, when we connect with the Supreme Soul in this devotion of love, then that is when happiness is ours, and also the perfection of our natures as spirits entities is revealed to us and everyone else. So the Maha Mantra is actually the link between us and our perfection. It's the missing link, if you like. So let's chant it together now. Some of you may already be familiar with it from previous videos. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So a little endeavour on the path of Bhakti Yoga, and it can start with a simple step such as chanting the Maha Mantra every day in a regular manner, and the amount that we chant the Maha Mantra can increase as we progress in our spiritual lives and go forward on our spiritual journeys towards perfection. So even a little advancement on this path, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, can protect one. It is ultimately the key to setting us free. So if you would like to know more about the Maha Mantra or how you can achieve your perfection, then please visit my website at newheart-newworld.com, and stay tuned for many more videos on the secrets and not so secrets of Bhakti Yoga. So until then, I wish you all well. Bye for now.